Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to TV shows and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of Season 2 of Batman Caped Crusader, which is made by Warner Brothers Animation and Amazon Prime Video, and it aired on Amazon on the 31st of July, and as I record this, it is the 4th of August 2026. So it's been a few days since the show came out, the season came out, excuse me. And like I said, this is going to be my review, and I am going to be discussing spoilers, so if you have not seen it yet, I definitely recommend that you go watch it for yourself to form your own opinion. I think overall, cutting to the chase, if you're just going to click away, I think that this season was great. It's a lot better than the first season in my opinion. But anyway, getting into spoilers, the season has an overarching plot as opposed to the first season, which was just standalone stories, and both seasons are 10 episodes each, and this season introduces characters like the Riddler, Mad Monk, excuse me, and Mad Hatter, Hugo Strange, Rose, Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, and Roxy Rocket. Now, Roxy Rocket was a character created for Batman the Animated Series, like Harley Quinn, and Harley does return in this season because she was in season 1, and we get other returning characters like obviously Batman, Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, Renee Montoya, Harvey Bullock, Arnold Flass, and Rupert Thorne. But the main thing that I wanted, and I like all of the episodes, I think that they're all really good. My only problem is that during the Scarecrow, I only have like 2 complaints about the show, or this season, excuse me. In the Scarecrow episode, Batman lets an innocent woman die when he's trying to save Harley Quinn. And my main thing about that is Batman would prioritize saving the civilian over the villain. But, you know, one could make the argument that, oh, this is a Batman who's only been operating for 6 months. You know, he's going to lose people. Yes, but he had a clear opportunity to save that poor woman from death, and he did not. So, I don't know what else you could say to, you know, skirt around that, but he failed in that sense, and you know, he let Harley live, which is stupid. But the other problem I have with this season is that there's an episode where the Spectre from the Justice Society of America is sort of the main antagonist, but not really. But back in season 1, I missed this completely until I rewatched parts of it, but in season 1, Jim Corrigan, who is the host of the Spectre, tried to murder Barbara Gordon because there was a hit out on her. And in the comic books, the Spectre, Jim Corrigan, was a police officer who died in the line of duty, and then God was like, I need you to be the spirit of vengeance. And it's different in this, and I understand that it's an adaptation and it's their own unique take on the character, but I don't like how they made him villainous from the start. And, you know, in this episode, he's reanimated and looking for Barbara's forgiveness, and she doesn't give it to him. But those are the only 2 complaints that I can muster, because the rest of this season is fan-freaking-tastic, and the last 2 episodes especially are the cream of the crop. because the Joker in this show is mwah. Matthew Needham's performance is spectacular. The writing for the Joker is impeccable, and they built him up over the season. In the first 3 episodes, there's, hints of what the Joker is doing behind the scenes. And then we get the middle part of the season where he doesn't really show up. Then the last couple of episodes, we see him building up more. And then we see the crescendo of his plan. Obviously, Batman stops him, but it's really well executed in the build-up. And I really, really cannot stress how much I love Matthew Needham's performance. It's so good. But what I love about this portrayal of the Joker is since this show is set in the 1940s, they go back to basics, to the golden age of comics. And just to prove to you that I am not a live-action role player or a LARPer, as I've been seeing people call other people for their either lack of knowledge or misinterpretation of the comic book space. These are the first 4 volumes of Batman the Golden Age omnibuses, which my mother bought for me many years ago, and I have read these. So as a fan of the Golden Age of comic books, and as a fan of Batman and that original version of the characters, I have to say that the way that they adapt the Golden Age Joker is so good, because he does laugh and he does smile, but I knew going into the season, I could just tell that they were going to wait until his final scene to have that, and I was proven correct. And his laugh is great, and the animation looks great, so his smile and his fight scene with Batman all look great. And when he speaks with a soft German accent, and Matthew Needham is English, so, he's doing a different accent than his natural one. And this is a reference to Conrad Veidt, the German actor who inspired the Joker, because when Bill Finger, Jerry Robinson, and Bob Kane created Joker, they were inspired by several things. Firstly, the 1920s silent film The Man Who Laughs, which is based on the Victor Hugo novel. Which starred Conrad Veidt as the main character, Gwynplaine, and Gwynplaine has this forced smile, and he looks like a sad clown. And visually, that's what the Joker looks like in those early appearances. And Jerry Robinson was also inspired by a Joker playing card. But what I really love about how this character is portrayed is he's cold, he's calculating.
You fight the inevitable. You might as well beg water not to be wet.
You murdered these men.
And many, many others. There are always more.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna stop you.
But once Batman really sees, oh, I can break you down psychologically with my words, not just my fists, then Joker starts going, oh, ew, into the, Joker that we all know and love, where he's smiling and he's lashing out. And because Batman, he sees Batman as a kindred spirit, and he's like, you and I are like brothers. We're destined to do this forever. And Batman's like, I have no regard for you whatsoever. And Joker's like, oh, now I'm gonna I was already gonna kill you, but now I'm gonna and I really, really like it. And overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being horrible and 10 being amazing, I would give this season a 9. The only reason why it's a 9 is because of those 2 minor complaints that I discussed earlier, but overall this season of television was well worth the wait. But I need a 3rd season ASAP. I need to see where we go from here, because we're introduced to characters like Vicky Vale, Carrie Kelly, all of these characters who have been around for years. And also, it seems like the Batman kills Joker, because he throws a batarang, Joker ducks out of the way, he turns around, he's like, come on, man. It knocks down some rebar. Joker gets stabbed by some of the rebar, and this is the quote. He says, "You haven't won. You never will. The joke is on you." Ha 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 ha. Although it's a better laugh than that, but he maniacally laughs, and then he steps back, falls to his death. But this is like Batman #1, where Joker is featured in 2 stories in Batman #1. The other stories are Hugo Strange and Catwoman. But Joker seemingly first story, Joker's arrested. Second story, Joker is stabbed and he seemingly dies, but he survives because, he's the villain of Batman #2, #4, #5, and then he keeps on coming back and becomes Batman's arch nemesis. And then, we get into the Silver Age. But Joker seemingly dies. Obviously, he's not gonna be dead. I mean, yes, Riddler died in this season after he was introduced. Yes, Joker killed Mr. Freeze, and other villains died, and other characters who you weren't expecting died, but Joker's gonna come back if they get a 3rd season, and I hope that they do, because this show has really improved in this 2nd season, and I would love to see Robin, and I would love to see Bruce dating Vicky Vale or Julie Madison more. I would like to just see the show continue, because it is really, really good. But Joker's not dead, and if you think he is, then I don't think that you are correct. But yeah, 9 out of 10. Definitely recommend that you watch this season of television. It's to quote Batman in Batman Begins, that's damn good television. But cheers. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for watching this. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like, hype it, subscribe if you're new, ring the bell to be notified about my new videos. Share this with your friends. And in the description, you'll find links to my podcast, social media profiles, Patreon page, and merch store. So if you'd like to support this show, I would greatly appreciate that. But have a wonderful day. Bye.